The island has a lot to offer to corporate hospitality guests, and the range of events and activities available here make it a popular place for companies to entertain. It's important to the island's economy to ensure that this valuable market is fully exploited. Tim Sewell, sponsorship manager for Scandia, is a local resident and realises the value of corporate hospitality to the island.
If you can get people on in a hospitality, through hospitality, and of course they have a great time, they're more likely to come back with their spouses and their children, and all adds into the economy. So I think the island has a lot to offer.
The OC Group organises the Extreme Sailing Series, which has become hugely popular as a venue for corporate hospitality. Louise Close is events manager for OC, and she explained how valuable the event can be in bringing people to the town.
There's a lot of people that come to the venue for this event. So we've got the VIPs coming in every day, and they'll be staying for 1 or 2 days, so they'll be overnighting in hotels and using the local infrastructure. Then we've also got the teams. There's usually 10 teams, and in each team there's the project team as well as the crew, so you've got a large group of people using the venues for that. Then we've got all the press and the journalists that are coming in, and then the public who will be coming in to watch the event as well. So the amount of people that are using the venue for these events is quite considerable.
The island is a unique venue for exactly that reason. It's an island.
The island is a great location for hospitality. It's separated obviously from the mainland. It has that stretch of water, so people think they're coming away to somewhere almost abroad. It has quite a nice environment as well, a little bit slower, of course, pace than the mainland.
I think the island is a gem, and it's a great asset, a natural asset, and people do want to come and take part in all kinds of things here. I think, yes, I'd say it's perfect location. Travelling to and from the island is not difficult. You can be in London in 2 hours, 15 minutes. It's absolutely perfectly located for all kinds of event activity.
I think the island's really well positioned for offering great hospitality solutions. It's a beautiful place, so easy to get to. I mean, the transport links from London linking in with the Red Funnel service is fantastic. And also the fact that you have to travel across a stretch of water kind of gives the sense of getting away from it all, which is actually quite key to a good corporate hospitality package too.
Many of the events held on the island lend themselves to corporate hospitality, particularly the sailing events. Louise and her team offer corporate entertainment packages around the Extreme Sailing Series, and she told us why it's such a perfect opportunity to entertain clients.
It's a unique event. The guests will be able to be interactive. They can sail in the morning, a corporate schedule, so they'll go out in groups of 3 to 4, sail for 20 minutes, get to know the boat, and then a lucky fifth man in the afternoon will get to actually race. It's a bit like being thrown into a scrum at Twickenham, or driving with Jenson Button, or being strapped to the bonnet, and it's a really exciting opportunity for a guest. There aren't many sports, in fact I can't think of any other sports where you can actually interact with the sport.
The largest event of the summer is Cowes Week, one of the best known sailing regattas in the world. Michelle Warner of Cowes Week Limited told us what makes the event great for corporate hospitality.
Cowes Week's fantastic from the point of view that, you know, just comparing it with other major sporting events, where else could you compete alongside Olympic, world champions, and actually being with the chance of beating them? Other sporting events you can watch and enjoy, which you can absolutely do at Cowes Week if you're not interested in getting involved in the racing action. But, you know, to where else would you be able to get involved in the competitive racing action? And, you know, sailing's great from the point of view it's a team-based activity. There's a good sense of team spirit and working together, and that engenders good business relationships.
Another of the large sailing events is the JP Morgan Asset Management Around the Island race. JP Morgan have been sponsoring the race for 5 years, and Hetty Sowerby, events manager for JP Morgan, explained what makes it so good.
I think it's absolutely unique in what it can offer. I genuinely don't know of any event where you're getting the likes of Ben Ainsley sailing with someone who's never been on a boat before, which is the case of some of our clients, or families that have never raced before. So to actually allow our clients to be involved in something like that, I think is why it's quite such a unique and fantastic event.
But you don't need to go to an existing event in order to enjoy the assets that the island has got. I mean, you could bring your clients down and take them kayaking,
sailing,
rib treasure hunts,
the team building exercises,
helicopter rides,
mountain biking,
a paragliding school,
clay pigeon shooting,
4x4 driving,
trek from down across the Tennyson Trail. I mean, there's so much to offer down here.
Sometimes they would ring me and say they wanted a conference in the morning and then something fun in the afternoon. So it would depend on how many there were and obviously what they wanted.
We basically will put a package together to suit the client.
There are lots of venues available for corporate entertaining, from hotels and theatres to purpose-built venues like the Cowes Yacht Havens Event Centre.
The event centre is a blank canvas. It can be converted into whatever they want it to be, whether that be a themed party or just a standard dinner. The balcony area outside gives us opportunities to do hog roasts and barbecues, etc. It's a real mixed bag of clients. Cowes Week and Round the Island Race are important. They are, two of the three big events that Cowes hosts, so having those on board are very important to us.
For entertaining on a grand scale, the island boasts Osborne House, Queen Victoria's Palace by the Sea. The venue is owned by English Heritage, and Henry Barton, Head of Visitor Operations, told us what they can offer guests.
English Heritage has an objective to open suitable sites to broader audiences, and the corporate market fits very well into that diversification. For corporate events, we've got top quality catering, historic rooms, marquee spaces, as you can see around us now, specialist hospitality staff, and a wonderful place to come and enjoy.
HTP is an island company which provides training for staff working in hospitality. They also run a hotel, Albert Cottage, based on the Osborne estate.
It's a fully working commercial hotel, so the whole point being that instead of working in small groups, that they could actually work and do it in the real environment. Training market is fairly buoyant. A lot of our employers have recognised that in the last recession that they stopped training and made complete cutbacks, so when the economy picked up they weren't in a position to benefit from it. So a lot of our employers have actually continued to train and give opportunities to young people.
In the current economic climate, it's no surprise that companies are looking to get value for money. They're also looking for something a bit different from their corporate entertainment packages.
Changes in the hospitality industry have had to happen. Companies have just not got the budgets that they used to have.
People want to see value for money. They want to see that what the pounds they spend give them good return.
It's a question of the corporate hospitality industry reinventing itself somewhat.
I think the recession has changed the way people think about spending for hospitality.
If you're looking at hospitality at the moment, you've got to be 100% certain that it's really going to deliver something back to the business.
The future of corporate hospitality on the island is looking up as the country recovers from recession. But there is more that can be done by island businesses to ensure that the real potential of the island's hospitality market is fully harnessed.
I think the island should focus more on corporate hospitality, and I think if it was something that the island could focus on across all of the events, then I think that would be a really positive step for island business.
I think if we can get our infrastructure right, if we can actually encourage people to see that change is needed and actually work with our residents to ensure that they don't see the growth of business as a threat to their lifestyles, the Isle of Wight will grow and benefit for the future.
I think you've got to be a very optimistic person to be in corporate hospitality in the UK. But yes, my glass is half full, not half empty.